road trip continues, and if you tuned in last time, we was at Bike Park Wales, shredding the trails. It was such a fun afternoon. We've literally gone home, had some food, and come straight to the skate park where we're going to have a session. It's quite noisy in here. It's a public session. It's quite busy. We've got a bit of music on, but we're going to do all that we can to try and drown that out and send a few bangers, because this place is insane. It's such a cool setup, and there's so much to shred and just jib on. And I don't know, I'm excited. I'm pumped for this road trip, and I'm excited to come here tonight and have a little session at Ramp World Cardiff. Come straight over to the resi and foam pit complex, and that's where we're going to have a little flow about. We're going to warm this session up, and hopefully there's a trick that I want to work on, which is like a flat spin underflip. I've been studying it. I've got it on my phone, watching people do it and watching how I do it incorrectly. And I think the other night I had an epiphany, and I've worked it out, and it's gonna happen. So we've got a perfect foam pit, and if it works, perfect resi to try it on just after. But KJ, I think you should get down by the resi, and we'll just do a few runs to warm it up. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Feels a bit weird going from e-bike downhill trails, which are so bumpy, to then riding a skate park, which is really smooth. My bike's much smaller and lighter, and it's two different worlds. And to have like 2 hours between then go straight into the other one just feels a bit strange, but it's a good setup. It's fun, decent size. It's working good. It's a fun resi, really fun resi. Like the speed's perfect, it's a pretty good size, not too big, not too small. It'd be really cool to do like one of them free inward tables, a free unturn down. I got stuck in my t-shirt.
Oh, what?
I thought I was going down, it was here.
Oh no.
I was just waiting to slam.
Yeah.
Whew. Go again. That didn't really work for some reason. Free inward, I nearly died 3 times in a row, which is pretty scary. Which is weird because I can do it in the foam pit perfectly. Yeah, as soon as I come to that, it doesn't work. I don't know, maybe we should ride the foam pit and warm a few tricks up in there. Should we ever go at that?
Yeah.
All I've got to do is just do that on the resi.
Yeah.
Go up and backwards. I want to try this underflip. So an underflip, it's like a flat spin, but you don't really do it's weird. It's really weird to explain. I'll show you though, and then you'll understand. But KJ, you need to be like that side to try and figure out what's going on. Did you see what that was? But did it look like what I was trying to do? Yeah. It's bizarre, like, that's opposite. And if I try to do that regular, it's so weird because I just do a flare. And what I'm putting it down to is I've been doing flares on quarter pipes for like 10 years or something now, ages. And I think I can't get that motion out of my head to separate the two. Yeah, opposite, I can really because I don't have any rotations that are familiar, I really sort of can differentiate the two between it. Shall I do another one? would like to do a front flip because I haven't done it since returning from my injury. I'm not going to do it on the resi, no way. It's definitely not the correct jump to do it on. But I think the foam pit is kind of the perfect place to just sort of start remembering it again. It's a small ramp, but I think I've got it. Should we give it a go? I'm scared. I'm really scared.
I'm scared too for you, but I think you'll be alright.
Because last time I did it, well, I was going up the roll-in and it was the biggest crash of my life.
Yeah.
I know it's a foam pit, but once you've got something in your head sometimes, it's hard to shift it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect, but I still went a bit forward.
Yeah.
I like nervously snapped again there. I mean, you can probably, it's kind of expected, but I'm going to try one with a little less oomph. That would have been pretty perfect to a jump.
Yeah.
I weirdly like at the moment though, although I'm doing them in here, I kind of don't really have any interest in doing it on a jump. Like, a few reasons. I'm a little bit scared, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's understandable. But I'm just enjoying riding at the moment. Like, that's such a high risk trick. Like, there's been times throughout my life and career when I've done it all the time, and now it's just not one of them. And I'm just enjoying riding. I don't want to hurt myself again. I've been out for such a long, well, people are out longer, but I've been out for a while, and I just want to make the most of being back and just enjoy what I'm doing. And I'm stoked to be able to do it again and just keep chipping away. And maybe if we're in the airbag, it might come out, but other than that, I'm really like just content with what I'm doing, really.
That was perfect.
That's the one, wasn't it?
That was good. Oh, wow. That was so close to me.
Was it?
Yeah.
Should we go ride the boxes? No one on them.
Yeah, right.
Okay. We've come over to the Jumpbox section, which is like wooden trails. They're really steep landings, insanely steep quarter pipes. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's gonna be interesting to try and air them. And then once we've had a little flow on this, done a few tricks, we've got like this cool, like behind me, you can probably see that side. There's like a berm, and that's for like a little rhythm section with a little wooden whale tail, which would actually be perfect for Cara to practice on. But she's tired from riding in the woods today, so.
And I broke my knee.
And she's broke her knee. So without further ado, I'm going to get involved. Let's drop in. That was really cool. They work, they're like quite steep to do tricks on, but they're really good to just sort of flow and ride. Like, I don't know, they feel really nice. I imagine if you had a bit of time on them to sort of dial it in, you could do some nice things. Might get a little 3 on this one. That could be cool, couldn't it? Wicked, but I can't help but notice this empty rhythm section. Turn around. How rad is that for a little rhythm section? That's sick. So fun. Like little rhythm zones like that. They're just perfect really, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm loving it. The skate park's pretty busy, the other zones, which is a shame because there's some good stuff, but all the skaters are on it, so we'll let them be. The resi and foam section is pretty quiet, I can see, so we're over in it. We're just going to go over there and just do a few more things really, because it's empty. Slippy. Little motocross hill clicker there. I don't know if to try this barrel flip thing.
I think so.
We've got 10 minutes left. We waited to the end because it was a bit quieter. We've got 10 minutes. Let's have a little bit of a race against the clock and see if we get it done.
Oh, dial.
It's there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Should we give it a go?
Yeah.
Let me just get a reaps, because we're literally on borrowed time in here. It kind of worked. It's there, like, we made big progress. We've come from the pit to the resi. It might not look much, but trying to rotate on that axis is so weird, and I just flare. I've always flared, so that's big progress. Skate park's emptying out. They've called that it's time, so we're going to finish this one back at the lodge. We've made it back to the lodge, and that was such a good session to wrap up what's been an awesome day. If you've been following the road trip so far, this afternoon we was at Bike Park Wales. We then come back straight to the skate park, bang a session. That's what it's all about. Those days like that are the absolute dream. The plan tomorrow is to go back to Bike Park Wales, and I'm going to ride the downhill bike and hopefully hit some of the black trails, but we're just going to have to see because it's actually snowing outside as we're driving back, so we'll see what it's like. But I'm well keen. The first lift is at 10 o'clock, so if you're following this road trip, then the next video will be just before 10 o'clock, still at the bottom of the lift waiting for it to pick us up and shuttle us to the top of the hill. I hope you guys enjoyed that little evening mission to the skate park and had as much fun as what I did. Give us a thumbs up, leave your comments below. I'm going to sit here and session some YouTube before going to bed, and I will see you guys in the next video.